everyone and welcome back. It's me, Trophy Wife, and today we're going to finish our playthrough, I think, of Corpse Factory. This is the ending, so we're going to see how this turns out. We know that this is definitely not Noriko, it's Oi, because she decided she wanted to take over her life. So, we're going to see how this plays out. I make a quick apologetic bow to my coworkers before hurrying over to my desk. No one seems too bothered by my tardiness. A few people offered a raised eyebrow, but they quickly returned to their own work. I take a seat at my workstation and switch my computer on. It whirls to life as I organize my belongings. From my handbag, I retrieve some key items. First is my canned coffee, still ice cold thanks to the convenience store's powerful refrigerator. Second is my headphones. I can't complete a day of tedious data entry without listening to music. Last but not least is my phone. The screen is a little cracked and the protective case has been better days, but it's invaluable to me. Sometimes something feels slightly off as I look at the screen. There's a nagging feeling in my mind, some small voice telling me that this isn't my phone, but I know it's mine. The familiar red case, the spiderweb fracture inching close across the glass. It's my phone, no doubt about it. Pushing the strange thoughts from my mind, I turn my attention to my computer. It doesn't take long to read over the list of tasks I'll be continuing. What I started yesterday easy.
Noriko?
I'm startled by the sudden vocalization of my name. I don't know why people call me by my name every day. Don't they?
Oh, hello, Fujikawa.
So she basically went through a mental break, right? Like, that's what I'm coming to the conclusion of. Shinya Fujikawa is standing at my desk, scratching his cheek awkwardly. I get the feeling he wants to approach a topic of conversation that makes him nervous.
I wanted to apologize. I haven't been present in the office of late. Was there anything you needed to discuss with me during my absence?
I think about the question. Shinya and I don't really need to talk on a day-to-day basis. His work is fairly unrelated to mine. I'm just the data entry temp after all. But we do have a history together, I suppose. We went to school together after all. I'm very confused. Like, I get she took over her life, but like, I don't know. We were never exactly friends. Actually, I always kind of had the feeling he had a crush on me, but he's not really the type of guy to make a confession. Oi always used to joke about how he and I used to make cute a couple, but I could never see it. He was, and still is, far too dull for my taste. Oi. Why does that name sound so distant? I try to put a face to the name, but my mind draws a blank. She was my best friend and yet...
Noriko?
Oh, sorry. I get lost in my own head sometimes.
Yes, I see. Well, if there's nothing you need, then I'll be on my way.
Okay then.
Say, your old friend, Aoi Sato, have you heard from her lately?
No. Actually, I feel like something must have happened to her. We haven't spoken in... God knows how long.
I'm so confused. How does nobody say anything about this? They know that doesn't look like her. Like, right?
Is that so? That's too bad.
I find it odd that he leaves the conversation with those last words. He simply walks away from my desk. My phone cries out the unfamiliar ringtone, one that I never selected, splits my head wide open and prompts my brain to spell out between the cracks of my skull. I squeeze the sludgy gray matter back into my head and blink a few times, then realize that my brain is not actually leaking, just a trick of the light. I struggle to maintain eye contact with the screen. The caller ID flashes across the device, identifying the caller as Noriko. Me, my own name, myself. Noriko is calling me. I'm calling myself? A dull ache still throbs within my head as though it has been recently emptied. I answer the call.
Hello?
I hear a sharp inhalation of breath and then the call cuts out. It takes a few seconds for me to realize I'm crying. Shinya is at my side, his arms around my shoulders, and within seconds, the rest of the coworkers are staring down at me. I'm on the floor, my face nestled within the plush office carpet, but I don't know how I got here. I'm supposed to be stoic, unflinching, It's my ideology, my entire identity. So much for stoic, unflinching Noriko. Remember stoic, unflinching Noriko? I'm so fucking confused. How does she remember everything about Noriko? Maybe if I just close my eyes, I can make everything return to normal and start the day over again. The stairs upward felt particularly difficult to climb today. It was rather a strange day at the office, but I know that returning home to my family will make me feel better. Shinya took me to the train station and waited till I boarded my train. It was really sweet of him. I don't really fully recall the things he said to me. He might have mentioned something about not needing to return to the office anymore. Maybe all my work there is completed. Okay. What happened to tea? My head is still a bit fuzzy, but I'll sift the details later. A hot shower later tonight. Since the sun is beginning to go down, I think the others should be home by now. Yuriko is probably relaxing on the sofa, and Mother should definitely be here since she doesn't leave the apartment these days. What? Yuriko's dead. And I don't know where your mother is. I unlock the door to the apartment and wander inside. Oh.
I'm home.
Okay. Stepping through the open door is always a comforting feeling. It's good to return after a long day at work. I'm so confused. How do these people not have... I know it's not 911 there, but nobody had the police called on them. Like, I don't get it. They've done so much in the public, and nobody has called 911. I don't understand how you still have a dead body with you, and the mom hasn't called 911.
There you are. Good evening, big sis. Good evening, Mom.
Yuriko offers me a warm smile. She's changed a lot recently. Her foul, rebellious attitude disappeared when she moved in. Maybe she's simply wanting our family to be reunited again. Maybe her delinquency was all just an act, a way of trying to deny what she really wanted, to simply return home. Mother, on the other hand, doesn't really regard my entrance, but that's nothing to be concerned about. She's always distant and aloof.
Shall we order in tonight? I'm thinking some pizza would be delicious.
Yuriko nods. The act causes a small clump of her hair to detach and flutter to the floor. Oh my gosh. This is so disturbing. I'm looking forward to a quiet night in with the family and some pizza. I never had the opportunity to enjoy these moments when I was growing up. In those days, I was simply grateful for the nights I could go to bed without a new bruise or gash to cover up. Mother used to kick me and slap me, but hang on. I look at her now, slumped on the couch, completely lost in her own world. That's not the mother that used to abuse me. That's not the mother that married to my father. And Yuriko never used to stand up for me, but that's because Yuriko was never there when I was growing up. Where was she? I shut my eyes and try to sift through the confusing fragments of memory swirling around in my mind. She's not my mother. This woman before me. She's Noriko's mother. That's it. That's how I know her. Wait. Of course she's my mother. I'm Noriko. Duh. How could I forget something so simple? Yuriko was there when I was growing up. The reason she never stood up for me is because no one ever abused me. God, I don't know why I get so confused and frazzled like this sometimes. I smile at my loving family and clap my hands together.
Okay, I'm going to order dinner. Is everyone happy with barbecue pizza?
Yuriko nods and Mother lets out a quiet snore of approval. I whip my phone out to eye level and open a food delivery app. I notice that my battery only has 8% left. I should charge up before it dies on me. I keep a charger here in the living room, so it only takes a second to waltz over to the wall socket. As I lean down and grab the charger, I see another phone is already plugged in. Another phone. The case is blue, and the screen doesn't have a trace of damage on it. Whose phone is this? I nervously tap the screen and see a list of noise notifications. There are a lot of messages from someone named Junpei. Junpei, it's a name that doesn't ring a bell. I check to see if the phone is unlocked by pressing my thumb against the home button. Strangely, my fingerprint unlocks the phone instantly. My fingerprint. But this isn't my phone. This can't be my phone. The message from Junpei all open in quick succession. Babe, good news. Hit me up. Waiting for you. Coffee today? Are you mad at me? Talk to me, my whittle cherry blossom. Oh, God. My whittle cherry blossom. I miss you. Did I do something wrong? The splitting sensation inside my skull returns as my eyes devour the contents of the never-ending string of messages. I feel like I know this person, but I can't picture a face. I can't picture any scenario in which we have ever met or spent time together. Why does he speak to me in such a familiar way? Wait, he's not speaking to me. Of course, this isn't my phone, so these messages were never intended for me. I throw the phone aside, happy to have broken free of my concern. It doesn't matter who the phone belongs to, it's not mine, so I don't have to deal with it. I plug my own phone into the charger and feel relieved as I watch the battery icon slowly fill up.
Okay, Mom, Yuriko, I'm going to go take a shower while my phone charges. I'll order dinner after that. I promise. Thank you for being patient.
For the first time in a while, Mother actively responds to my voice.
Noriko?
Her head lifts slightly and she regards me with dull eyes.
Mom?
Where am I?
She's drugging her, isn't she?
You're not Noriko.
A bead of sweat forms on my forehead and a shiver crawls down my spine like a spider. Her firm accusatory tone immediately chills me to the bone.
Of course it's me, Mom. It's me, Noriko.
No. You're... Where am...
Panic settles on her delirious face. I don't exactly blame her for being scared and confused. She's been in a near vegetative state ever since her attempted suicide. But for her to not recognize me, for her to forget what her own daughter looks like, that's inexcusable, unforgivable. I'm Noriko, damn it. I fall to my knees, that splitting, throbbing, aching pain in my skull reaching a crescendo, threatening to blow my brains out across the living room.
I'm Noriko! Noriko Kurosawa! Look at me, Mom! Look at me!
Mother's eyes widen and she looks like she's going to vomit. She turns to see Yuriko's white and ghastly in the seat next to her, and the tear forms in her eye.
What have you done? What is this?
Just shut up! Just shut up and be a part of my perfect family! Look at us! All three of us! We're the Kurosawa family, and we're finally back together! We're happy, right? We're happy.
That poor mother. Still on my knees, I slowly lower my head to the ground and let it rest on the soft carpet. I barely register the sound of the door behind me opening slowly. After the creaking hinges come to a rest, a strong voice floods my ears.
Harold. You're
Wait.
Noriko no longer.
Wait, is Kojiro still alive?
Got work for you.
The source of the voice wanders towards me and towers above my face, down for him. He said I'm no longer Noriko. Can my identity just slip away so easily? Can it vanish into thin air like it was never truly a part of me?
No, I will always be.
How is Kojiro's voice the one that we hear?
I am Noriko!
I leap to my feet and launch toward myself at the man who dared to enter my apartment and tell me that I'm not truly who I want to be. I barely catch a glimpse of his face before he plummers me in the nose with a broad fist. I'm on the floor again in an instant, and dizzying lights above me spinning in my blurred vision.
Get up. Get your things. We're cleaning up after Corpse Girl's mess.
What? Epilogue, Nobel Sinclair. I'm so confused. A year later, I am very confused. If you're following it and you understand, please let me know. The book is almost warm in my hands. It's a pristine volume fresh off the printing press. Paperback through, I would have preferred hardback. Been a while since I last published a book, years. The few fans I have probably thought I disappeared off the face of the planet. I did in a way. Not my fault. Death is death. Nobel Sinclair died in a fire inside his family home. That was a long time ago. Even though my name burned to ash, my body survived. I had to pick up a new name after that. Can't wander this planet without one. This body went on living for quite a while with the new name. I even grew to like it. Then the strangest thing happened. Another fire inside the morgue this time. The new name went up in flames. My body survived again. Fate? Don't know. Felt a bit lost after that. So I don't understand how all these people survive this stuff over and over again. Felt a bit unlike anybody. I decided to pick an old name back up, dusted it off, pinned it on my chest. Nobel Sinclair. It always suited me. Mother gave it to me after all. This time, I don't want to completely disregard my existence. This time, the time spent as another man, too much happened. I've got too much to tell, too many tales to keep to myself. So this new book tells the entire story from start to end. Well, welcome back, Kojiro, with one arm gone. So that did happen. Wasn't easy typing page after page with only one arm. One of the most taxing and challenging things I've ever attempted. But now it's done. Soon the new volume will hit store shelves across the country. The world will know everything. I used pseudonyms throughout the book to protect the identities of the guilty. Didn't print Noriko Karawasawa's real name even once. Didn't identify Junpei or Oi. Didn't call out T or even the wannabe detective that always chased me, Shinya Fujikawa. And most importantly, I didn't print my previous name. Not that name anyways. I confessed a lot of things within the text. I even confessed my involvement with the Human Removal Service. Getting caught up in the organization's web of death wasn't anything I ever intended to do. It wasn't something Kojiro ever would have done. But it was necessary in order to finish this latest book. Nobel Sinclair rose through the ranks of the Shadow Society within mere weeks. Chalk it up to his or my macabre expertise. Couldn't have done it without the connections I formed as Kojiro. Couldn't have done any of it without him. I'm at the top of the ladder now, so to speak. Got a bunch of killers on my payroll. Even the dog Junpei is on my leash now. Don't know where I'll go from here. Original plan was to shut the Human Removal Services down, delete its existence as a final act of love for Noriko. But the power is nice, the power is intoxicating. Again, Kojiro wouldn't have toyed around with something like this. I'm not Kojiro. I look over the book in my hand once more. It's heavy, full of words that carry more weight than they should. Whether people believe the content of this book is out of my control, but those with keen intellect will surely be able to piece together the truth. My eyes scan the cover and read over the large embossed letters. Corpse Factory, a novel by Nobel Sinclair. I've never been more proud of my work. Okay. So is that finally the end? Yep, the end. Let's make sure. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this game. Now that we finished it, we can move on to a new one. If you like, please like, comment, subscribe, it helps. And thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye!